And what do you do to kind of stay warm?
Just dress accordingly, pack a lot of layers.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5.
From Walla Walla and Pendleton to the Tri-Cities, our first big snow event hits, and we're tracking the aftermath.
Plus, new information in the Sandifer Parkway crash, which left young children hurt. What we have discovered coming up.
And a house fire breaks out in Yakima, leaving a family homeless and without their beloved dog.
And back to our weather, here's Stacy.
Snow this morning, and we're tracking more snow this evening. Where is it going to land? I'll tell you all about it coming up. The news at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thank you for joining us here at Midweek. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman.
Well, if you thought we were done with winter weather, think again.
All right, so you ready for maybe a round 2? I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, let's check in with First Alert Stacy Lee. She joins us now with your first look at your forecast.
Yeah, guys, nope, we're not done just yet. And you can see on our live radar right now, active snow still falling in the Blue Mountains up north towards the Spokane area and across the Cascade Mountains. We're even seeing little pockets here and there. You could still see a couple of flakes locally. Not quite as much as we had last night, but still active weather forecast going in the next couple of days. 31 degrees in our Yakima Federal Skycam in Kennewick. The feels like temp is 25. It is chilly out there. That wind chill factor is no joke, so do bundle up tonight if you're heading outdoors. Temperatures elsewhere around the region. Look at Ellensburg already dropping down to 24 degrees. It's going to be bitterly cold there tonight, and our temperatures in the 30s elsewhere. Let's take a look at that atmospheric river impact that continues to inundate the Pacific Northwest. Most of that storm will be centered over Oregon and Northern California tomorrow, but a few remnants are going to slide right up into the Wallowas and to the northeast corner of Oregon and Idaho. So watch for that. Tonight, very chilly. Again, we're going to see teens and 20s through the region. So cold with stray snow through the area. Much quieter on Thursday, but Thursday night things ramp back up. We'll see more lowland snow on the way. Mostly dry and bitterly cold weather coming this weekend and into next week. I'll break it all down for you coming up. Austin, Wendy.
All right, thank you very much, Stacy. We saw many local school delays throughout our region today. Walla Walla and Pendleton were shut down, but the only district in the Tri-Cities to close all day was Pasco.
That's right, and the district says at first it was just a 2-hour delay, but after further consideration and due to the hazardous weather and road conditions, Pasco administration just decided to close all day. So all athletic and school events slated for tonight are canceled. Many people wondered why, but the district said in large part it's because there are just so many students who live out in rural areas, and it was really just better to err on the side of caution.
They also said that their team works closely with transportation and safety officials to assess road conditions early in the morning. Based on their reports, it was clear that roads were unsafe for buses and personal vehicles. Overnight, the city of Walla Walla received a heavy amount of snowfall.
That they did. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma spent the day talking with local business owners there. She says downtown Walla Walla businesses didn't let the snow slow them down this morning.
The responsibility as a business owner to keep your walkways clear.
As snow hit the sidewalks, Mike Donnelly and Craig Keister, who are business owners in Walla Walla, say they got straight to shoveling off snow to be able to provide a safe walkway for people.
Being part of the business community, we have an obligation to the town, to the public, try to keep the sidewalks as safe as we can. The city does their part, and we try to do our part.
Donnelly and Keister say despite rolling up their sleeves, the snow views were worth it.
It was a gorgeous morning.
I thought it was beautiful. It's nice to have it finally this year. It's been a long dry spell.
But this beautiful view can make a usual routine for some utility workers and not as simple as any other regular day. Casey Town, a sanitation worker for the city of Walla Walla, says driving the truck isn't the tough part of his job once snow starts to pile up.
Trying to wheel the cans to the truck makes it a little more difficult.
As for how it affects business,
We sell a lot of winter clothing, so it's good for that. Once people get up and the streets are plowed, it's not a real problem, I don't think.
The first day of snow is kind of a novelty, so people, they want to play in it and goof around in it, and they're less inclined to go out and drive around. But after a day or so, the newness wears off and people realize we got to get back to going to work and going shopping and taking care of your family.
Apple Valley News Now viewer Martha with First Congregational Church called us this morning to tell everyone that the church will be having an emergency overnight warming shelter through Sunday from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Reporting in Walla Walla, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, thank you very much for that, Monique. Heads up, dangerous avalanche conditions right now for the southern Wallowas. This is in effect through tomorrow at 6 a.m. Officials say it would be very likely for a backcountry traveler to trigger a large and deadly avalanche. So travel in avalanche terrain is not recommended.
A snowplow truck clearing the road got rear-ended and is now out of service. WashDOT says this happened in Everett this morning. Shortly after that, an incident response team truck was hit in Kirkland while responding to a crash out there. That truck also damaged. Thankfully, the crew members weren't hurt. But tonight, WashDOT says slow down, don't drive distracted, and watch out for their vehicles clearing roads and responding to wrecks.
We are learning more about the crash that shut down Sandifer Parkway on Sunday night in Pasco. According to information from the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, a 63-year-old driver from Pasco was trying to exit from the parking lot of STCU Bank onto Sandifer Parkway when it was hit by the white pickup. The 63-year-old driver was then hit by a third vehicle. In that same car, 3 children were passengers. One of those passengers, a 4-year-old boy, was not wearing a seatbelt and was not in a safety seat. That boy was thrown from the car through an open window. He suffered serious injuries but is expected to be okay. The 12-year-old passenger also suffered serious injuries and was airlifted to Seattle. The 63-year-old driver was cited for reckless endangerment and other offenses. We will continue to update you when we learn more. Well, 6 people lost their home in a fire early this morning in Yakima that caused about $350,000 in damage. The home located in the 300 block of North 27th Avenue. Fire officials say the family lost one of their dogs and the house itself was a total loss. We do want to point out that crews were able to stop the fire from spreading to nearby homes. Nobody was injured.
One of the most important things is the house did have working smoke alarms. That is not what woke up. The homeowner woke up to the smell of smoke, and that is what, but he said that he did hear his smoke alarms working. We always want to mention that because those truly do save lives.
Fire officials say the cause of the fire is still under investigation, and the Red Cross has been called in to help the family who lost their home.
Out in Yakima now, after years of departures by Yakima police chiefs brought in from across the country, the city now selected longtime YPD captain Sean Boyle to hold that position. Boyle, now sworn in as chief, has been serving as interim chief since Matt Murray left last summer. He started with the department in 1996 and worked his way up through the ranks, now serving as the first local police chief in 30 years.
You have exhibited tremendous leadership, and I will tell you that there's not a single law enforcement officer in the entire county that I have talked to who does not hold you in the highest regard. I feel that we're very blessed and lucky to have you.
Coming up at 6, we'll hear from the chief about his plans for the future of the Yakima Police Department.
Well, the city of Sunnyside has a council position vacancy. City manager Mike Gonzalez says they are now accepting applications for council position District 1. That's after the resignation of Martin Beeler. He had served the city since 2021, but officially submitted his resignation on January 29th. Applicants must be able to serve the remainder of the term through December 31st of this year. For more information, just visit the City of Sunnyside's website.
If you're looking to water your lawn this upcoming summer, you'll be seeing an increase in your Kennewick irrigation bill. The Kennewick Irrigation District Board of Directors approved this increase based on the acreage of your property in a tiered rate structure. KID customers could see between an 8 and 18% increase. Assistant District Manager Jason McShane says several factors played a role, one of them being inflation.
It really is just trying to overcome the cost increases that we've seen these last several years. The inflationary rates that we've seen are unprecedented, and I've been at the district for almost 20 years, and to see this type of increases is unique to all of us.
As for why now, McShane says lately they have tried to keep rates low. In 2023, the board voted to not increase rates, but in the last 2 years, costs continued to rise. McShane says they hoped costs would slowly transition. However, that wasn't the case. They've stuck with the district.
Apple Valley News Now, live at 5, is just getting started. Coming up, 2 planes collide on the runway at one Northwest airport this morning.
We're following that story. Plus,
across the country, we're tracking winter weather alerts, plus an atmospheric river that's packing rain and snow out west. I'm ABC's Melissa Adon with the details coming up.
And keep it right here because Stacy is back with a look at your full First Alert forecast. And a quick reminder, scan this QR code to get the all-new Apple Valley News Now weather app. We'll be right back.
At US Cellular, you don't have to choose between a great phone and the right phone plan for you. You can get 4 free phones of your choice and 4 lines for just $90.
That's like us not having to choose between tickets to wrestling or that puppet musical.
Because you get both.
US Cellular, built for us.
A drunk driver just blew a stop sign and we collided. My vehicle was total. What about the vehicle? How am I going to get to work? How am I going to continue taking care of my family? I contacted Tamaki Law and I told them about what had happened. Tamaki made it very simple, very easy. It was a stress relief for me. If you happen to be in an accident, call Tamaki Law.
This is the Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic, and it responds to snoring, so you don't have to. So no more nudging your partner or sleeping on the other side of the house, because the Tempur-Ergo Smart Base actually detects snoring, then automatically adjusts to help reduce it all night, every night.
And for a limited time, save up to $500 on select adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Start 2025 off right with a custom building from Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds. Cozy up to 10% off custom buildings. Need something right away? Get 20% off all in-stock inventory. It's the perfect time to create the space you've always wanted, with free, fast delivery and quality that'll stand up to the chilliest winter days. Whether it's for storage, hobbies, or just making room for your New Year goals, visit Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds and Sunnyside Shed Company today.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout, and they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Want to test drive US Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage for free?
Here we go.
Hey, I wonder if US Cellular lets me stream in my... Yep, it's working.
Download the US Cellular Trius app today.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Weekdays at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
The Richland boys basketball team is mowing down their competition, leading to a #1 ranking for their class in the state. The team is young, graduating 6 seniors and top scorers, but while they are young, nobody told them that. Head coach Earl Stroyfort is a Richland legend. He has the most wins in Richland high school boys basketball history at over 400. There's a reason for that. He knows how to get the best out of his players. It also doesn't hurt that some of the players are familiar with each other.
we're unique, and on our side of the state's kind of unique in the respect that kids come up through program and they play their way through the AAU leagues and they play together and get to know each other, and then they come here and we just try to get the most out of them. And so, you know, they're getting better and better every week, and we just hope to be our best in late February.
Richland is coming off last season making the state title game in which they lost to top-ranked Mount Si. Richland will be at home taking on city rival Hanford this Friday night.
New tonight, a Japan Airlines aircraft collides with a Park Delta Airlines plane on the runway at SeaTac this morning. It happened around 10:17 between the S Concourse and the South Airport maintenance hangars. Officials say an inbound Japan Airlines aircraft appeared to have struck the tail of a Park Delta aircraft on the runway while kind of taxiing on the Delta plane, and that was a Boeing 737 heading to Puerto Vallarta carrying 142 passengers. No injuries were reported. The FAA temporarily paused some flights to the airport as a result of the incident.
Millions of people all across the country are under winter weather alerts. Record rain has fallen in Northern California, and now that wet weather is heading to Southern California. Some areas could see landslides, including some recently devastated by wildfires.
This as California's governor heads to D.C. to meet with President Trump, seeking federal funds to help with wildfire recovery. ABC's Melissa Adon has the very latest from Los Angeles.
An atmospheric river packing rain and snow is hitting the west this week. It's a welcome weather relief across Southern California facing extreme drought. Flooding in Sonoma, California, as heavy rain falls across parts of the state. An atmospheric river bringing 1.5 feet of rain across Northern California over 5 days. A family rescued from the roof of their truck after being trapped in a flooded roadway. Further north in Mount Shasta, heavy snow falling. An avalanche warning for parts of Oregon and Idaho. The rain now moving through Southern California, expected to bring almost an inch of rain through burn-scar communities in Altadena and the Pacific Palisades. Roads closing in anticipation. Communities devastated by recent wildfires, which have seen mud and rocks spilling over roads.
The possibility of mud, trees, large debris from the aftermath of the fires blocking the highways.
Fire victims preparing once again.
We need the rain to clean the air, but for those who have been directly impacted in the fire zone, it's a whole other reality that we're living in that's quite scary.
California Governor Gavin Newsom meeting with President Trump in Washington today to secure disaster aid for the survivors of the Los Angeles fires. Newsom also meeting with members of Congress. The state has secured more than $2.5 billion for fire recovery work. Rebuilding costs are expected to reach into the tens of billions of dollars. There's also a storm system moving into the Midwest, bringing sleet, freezing rain and snow. That same system will then move on to the northeast and I-95 corridor tonight and into tomorrow morning. That's putting more than 100 million Americans from Oklahoma to Maine under ice and snow alerts. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
She's right. We have winter weather advisories all over the place, including avalanche warnings. We did a story on this a little bit ago, but just want to reiterate the backcountry areas of the North Wallowas as well as the Southern Wallowas are under an extreme avalanche risk tonight through tomorrow. Now, even though it'll expire tomorrow, we want to be safe out there. I know a lot of folks like to get their snow machines out and do snowmobiling in those backcountry areas, very likely to cause an avalanche. Well, because they had a lot of snowfall on top of that icy crust that was there before. We are tracking some snow, a little bit of light snow along the foothills of the Blues, mainly in the mountains, though, across the Dayton area, and little patches of coming through the Prosser Sunnyside area. Overall, most of the snow is around our area, and we're going to be fairly quiet tonight. 30 degrees, though, on our Legends Casino Skycam, winds at 10 miles per hour. Our feels like temp is 21. Very chilly tonight. Do bundle up. The weather pattern continues to bring lots of moisture from that atmospheric river, which continues to pound Northern California. Most of that moisture will be moving into Oregon tomorrow in the way of snow. The Medford area, they've been getting lots of snow, but we do see some of it striking out here right in the northeast corner of Oregon and Washington border. So that's the Blues and the Wallowas, which we are under some winter weather advisories. Let's take a look at Futurecast overall tonight. Again, some unsettled weather moving through the evening. Things are okay until we get to tomorrow, and that's when we're going to start to see that system move across the Pendleton area, the foothills of the Blues, Walla Walla. This will be coming in late Thursday, early Friday morning. So winter weather advisories in place. We could see anywhere from 2 to 4 inches in the foothills from Walla Walla all the way into Pilot Rock, and then heading to the west, Heppner, Condon, down the Columbia River Gorge. I think Hood River, that corridor into Portland, also going to experience some heavy snow and slick road conditions. So snowfall forecast from tonight through Friday. Not a lot, but yes, in those upper elevations, still a few inches, enough to mess up those roads and create hazardous travel conditions. White Pass could pick up an additional 3 inches, Snoqualmie 4, but overall things are looking a little more settled into our area. Let's talk road conditions. We had that snow on the ground. It melted for the most part today, so we are going to be looking for some icy roads, especially overnight tonight, late tonight to the early morning hours. So if you see where it's concentrating right here over the Tri-Cities, look for slick roads tonight as those chilly temperatures. Most of it should be cleared out by the middle of tomorrow, and then the roads get much better after that. And once again, I like to show you the graphic of what it takes to slow down in different driving conditions. Sometimes you'll need an extra 100 feet on snow if it's wet. You'll need an extra 50 or so feet, and ice, which could develop tonight. You need even more stopping distance, so think about that as you head out. Cold air, we're not getting away from that. The Arctic blast continues to saturate our area, and you'll feel that tonight with these temperatures once again in the teens and 20s. And unfortunately, these temperatures are going to continue to decrease overnight through the weekend and into next week, where we get an even colder Arctic blast. Here's that 7-day planning forecast. Look at those overnight lows for Monday and Tuesday night in the Tri-Cities. Very cold. Yakima, look at that. We'll see temperatures as cold as 10 degrees early next week. The teens coming up here in the next couple of nights. Frigid weather for the Ellensburg area, also down to 12 degrees, single digits in the later part of next week. Walla Walla, that's where we're keeping an eye on some first alert weather days coming up into the weekend, where we see active weather and possibly more snow showers. Walla Walla. So I'm glad they enjoyed that so much this morning, because they're going to get some more. And then in Hermiston, we could see some light snow once again on Friday. Again, that system kind of skirting down across Oregon and across that northeastern corner. So guys, we're not quite done. I think the kids enjoyed a little bit of snow. There was kids sledding in my neighborhood.
Really?
My husband said, "What?" And I go, "Well, there's a 2-hour school delay." So,
yeah.
There was enough there, huh?
They thought
Barely.
there was.
Oh, maybe.
You know,
Yeah.
kids can make, they can make it happen. So
That's true.
How
They'll be
did
out
your
there.
kids enjoy it?
Oh yeah, my littlest was out shoveling with me,
Very
having
nice.
a good time with that. So I'll take it as long as they think that stuff is fun, right?
Right. Yes. Enjoy it now. All right, we've got the spotlight up next.
Josh Cobra, First Alert Weather on Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Should we take a look at? What do you think? So here. From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $500 off your tub or shower remodel.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
My name's Will Lindsay. I do the dock. I put stuff out in the store too. And I've been here for about 7 years and a half now. And I went over to Pasco, the tall guy, Robert. I got introduced to him, and then he gave me the job. I like taking donations, and I like talking to people. I like the people come here, and yeah, this is a good place to work.
Goodwill. Donate, shop, impact locally. Broadmoor RV's President's Day sale is here, happening all month long. Buy any RV in February and get a gold starter kit, a $350 value, free. We deliver better people, better service, and better prices. Rediscover the joy of camping and start your next adventure. Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun again.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off, plus a free thermostat on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See deal for details.
It's Operation Best Friend every Wednesday morning as we feature lovable pets from area shelters, all wanting forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Apple Valley News Now as you wish real estate services and cross-country mortgage.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Now to the spotlight. Suncom 911 Communications of Yakima had the privilege of hosting students from Mr. Bynum's crisis response class at West Valley High School for a tour and discussion about a career in public safety. The future leaders got a firsthand look at the fast-paced world of 911 dispatching. Have an idea for the spotlight? Send me an email. We'll be right back.
Jay Delia, Jessica Jalal, and Josh Colbreth. Good morning, Northwest from Apple Valley News Now.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222. I'm a real wild one.
Life is wild. There's work to be done. Adventure around every corner. And a truck that handles it all. The new 2024 Ford F-150 Wild Edition. It's rugged, loaded with tech, and built to go wild. Get a wild deal on an F-150 today. Lease a 24 F-150 STX 4x4 Wild Edition for just $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Shopping online for a Purple mattress? We get it. With Purple's unique Gel Flex grid and multiple foam layers, you'll experience effortless sleep. It's motion adaptive, temperature balanced, pressure relieving, and ultra supportive. But which Purple mattress is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself.
And during Purple's President's Day event, save up to $900 on select mattress and adjustable base bundles.
Shop Purple at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect Purple.
The highly anticipated Sage Spa at Legends Casino Hotel is now open and taking reservations, offering massage therapy, body treatments, manicures, pedicures, facials, saunas, and more. Plus, the only spa facility to offer wet and dry wellness pods in the entire Northwest. Call the Sage Spa at Legends now to make your reservation for the ultimate relaxation experience.
If you have to ask why it's important to start your day early, here's your answer.
Because early is easy with a medium iced coffee, caramel or classic for just $2.29.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
It's the all-new Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app. Customize forecasts by location. Get alerts, check weather radar, see sky cams and highway cams, plus so much more. The Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app. Download free in the App Store and Google Play.
Next ET, which is like an iconic cinematic experience. Our first look at Jonathan Bailey and Scarlett Johansson in Jurassic World Rebirth. Plus, the Flip-Off trio are
spilling the ET.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
And we're back with our weather photo of the day from our friend Alan. He sent this in. The first snowy morning of winter. You know what? You're right, Alan. It's the first time we've had snow this whole winter. That's rare, but thank you for sharing the photo. QR code right side of your screen. That's how you get your photo on TV, or go to our website at applevalleynewsnow.com. Let's take a sneak peek at tomorrow. Cold out the door. I know school's in. There probably won't be any delays, so bundle the kiddos up. Temperatures don't really increase a lot by noon, and yes, we're staying cold, just barely above freezing for most of our area. And guys, I saw the Arctic blast coming next week. It's going to be even colder, so.
Yikes. All right. Oh, all right, that'll do it for us as we shiver over here.
Yes, we're back at 6. Hoping your news is good
Have
news.
a good night.